Right now, there is a concealed threat lurking silently within your refrigerator. It appears completely harmless. You have likely been consuming it for countless years, yet beyond the age of 60, it could be sapping your vitality, creating stiffness in your joints, and silently elevating your risk of cardiac complications without your awareness. Actually, an extensive research study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition discovered that specific common varieties of milk, frequently marketed as beneficial, were directly connected to increased inflammation, deteriorated bone strength, and accelerated mental decline in senior adults. The issue is not merely which milk you consume. The real concern is what that particular milk accomplishes to your maturing body across weeks, months, and years. Now, I understand how reassuring that morning cup of milk can feel, the cherished memories it evokes, the comfort, the familiar routine. However, what if I informed you that simply by implementing one straightforward change, you could safeguard your heart, strengthen your bones, and experience feeling lighter, more alert, and genuinely alive? Aging is something we all encounter, but experiencing strength, balance, and maintaining control remains something you can still select every single morning. Throughout this video, I am going to guide you through 4 varieties of milk that seniors beyond 60 should completely eliminate, along with 4 potent alternatives that can help restore your energy levels, enhance digestion, and even promote better sleep quality and memory function. Trust me, one of these beneficial milks is so underestimated, you probably do not even realize it exists. However, scientific research indicates it could help decrease inflammation and protect your brain. Therefore, remain with me until the conclusion. Now, if you genuinely care about your health and independence during these golden years, do not forget to tap like and subscribe to Balance Health, your channel for intelligent, practical health guidance created specifically for seniors. Please leave me a brief comment about what type of milk you typically consume. I would genuinely appreciate hearing from you. Alright, let us examine the very first milk that might appear completely harmless, yet could actually be endangering your heart every single day. Initially, we have whole milk. It is rich, creamy, and likely reminds you of childhood breakfast memories or that comforting cup before bedtime. However, for individuals beyond 60, whole milk quietly transforms into something entirely different, a slowly developing threat to your cardiovascular system. You see, just one single cup contains more than 4.5 grams of saturated fat. Now, that might not sound particularly significant, but researchers at Harvard discovered that in older adults, daily consumption of whole milk is connected to an 18% increased risk of cardiovascular disease. As we mature, our arteries naturally become stiffer and our metabolism gradually slows down. This means the body does not process fats the way it previously did. Therefore, every time you pour that glass, it is like silently providing your heart with additional pressure, and over time it accumulates. You might notice this as shortness of breath during a simple walk or a type of chest heaviness you cannot explain. It is easy to blame aging, but frequently it is diet communicating through symptoms. Here is the additional concern. Whole milk is also elevated in calories, which becomes problematic when muscle mass decreases and movement becomes limited. Even modest weight gain places extra pressure on your knees, hips, and back, not to mention raising the risk for type 2 diabetes and worsening kidney function. Furthermore, many seniors develop lactose intolerance without realizing it. Therefore, that glass of milk might be the exact reason behind your bloating or stomach discomfort. What feels like comfort can actually become hidden stress on your entire system. When your heart, digestion, and joints are already working harder after 60, it might be time to abandon whole milk and replace it with something more intelligent. Let us proceed to the next one. And this one impacts hard because it is wrapped in sweetness and nostalgia. Next is sweetened condensed milk. That little can might remind you of family holidays, rich desserts, or a creamy addition to your morning coffee. However, inside that sweetness hides a genuine threat. Just 1 tablespoon? Yes, one. Contains around 10 grams of added sugar. Let us be honest, nobody uses just 1 spoon. The Journal of the American Medical Association has repeatedly demonstrated that diets high in added sugar are directly linked to cognitive decline in older adults. That is why some researchers have even begun calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes. When you consume concentrated sugar like condensed milk, it spikes your blood sugar rapidly. Your pancreas goes into overdrive, and over time the wear and tear builds up, not just on your metabolism, but on your brain. Have you been forgetting small things more frequently? Feeling mentally foggy or simply more tired than usual? Those are not just senior moments. They could be signs that sugar is interfering with your cognitive clarity. Condensed milk, despite its cozy charm, is one of the worst offenders. Beyond that, it is harsh on your gut. Its syrupy texture slows digestion and contributes to bloating, heaviness, and sluggishness. Your energy drops, your sleep becomes disrupted, and everything simply feels more difficult. When it comes to your heart, sugar inflames your arteries and raises your triglycerides, quietly damaging blood vessels and raising stroke risk. It is not just about dessert. It is about how those little habits performed daily transform into real consequences over time. Let us continue, because the next milk seems healthy, but contains a toxic surprise inside. Now, let us discuss rice milk. It sounds gentle. Correct. Plant-based, dairy-free, perfect for seniors who cannot tolerate lactose. However, here is the truth nobody tells you. Rice milk might be one of the worst choices for older adults. It is made mostly from white rice and water. While that seems harmless, what you are actually drinking is a glass of almost nothing your body truly needs and something it definitely does not. For starters, it contains barely any protein. 1 cup of rice milk usually offers less than 1 gram. For people beyond 60, this is a problem. Your muscles naturally weaken with age. It is called sarcopenia. Without enough protein, your strength, balance, and mobility decline even faster. You might notice you are feeling more tired, or that getting up from a chair feels harder than it used to. That is your body calling out for support, and rice milk is not providing it. However, here is the real danger. Rice absorbs arsenic from the soil, a toxic heavy metal. When rice is processed into milk, that arsenic becomes more concentrated. A report from Consumer Reports warned that long-term exposure to inorganic arsenic from rice-based products may lead to kidney damage, liver stress, and increased cancer risk, especially in vulnerable adults with already weakened organs. To make matters worse, rice milk has a high glycemic index. It raises blood sugar rapidly despite being dairy-free. That can be disastrous for seniors with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Some brands even add sweeteners, turning this supposedly light milk into a blood sugar bomb. Therefore, while rice milk wears a healthy label, inside it is missing key nutrients and delivering hidden risks that your body does not need, especially not now. Let us keep going, because the next one may be sitting in your fridge right now, and it is even more deceptive. Now, we come to flavored plant-based milks. They look like a health upgrade. Almond milk with vanilla, oat milk with chocolate, even coconut milk enhanced with flavors and vitamins. However, once you flip the label, the truth spills out. Many of these milks are nothing more than sweetened drinks in disguise. Most flavored milks contain 10 to 15 grams of added sugar per cup. That is about as much as a can of soda. If you think fruit juice concentrate or cane syrup sounds better than sugar, think again. Your body does not know the difference. That sugar still spikes your blood glucose, taxes your pancreas, and increases inflammation in your brain and joints. A study published in Neurology found that older adults with high added sugar intake had significantly smaller brain volume and performed worse on memory tests. It is no longer just about diabetes or weight. Sugar is quietly changing how your brain works, and not in a good way. However, it is not only about sugar. These flavored milks often contain artificial gums, thickeners, and emulsifiers, all added to make them feel creamy and shelf-stable. For a sensitive digestive system, especially over 60, those additives can cause bloating, irregular bowel habits, and even interfere with hormone balance. Some even include synthetic vitamins in forms your body cannot absorb. Therefore, while the packaging says fortified, your body gets little and pays the price for it in confusion and inflammation. Now that we have seen the 4 types of milk to stay away from, let us switch gears, because the next part is where it becomes hopeful and delicious. Let us look at the 4 smart milk choices that truly support senior health. Let us start with a powerful switch: fermented soy milk. This one does not get nearly enough attention, but it should, because for older adults, it is one of the smartest milk choices you can make. Now, I am not talking about regular soy milk from the carton. I mean fermented soy milk, the kind that gives your body a double boost of protein and probiotics, all in one smooth sip. First, let us talk protein. After 60, your body loses muscle faster. It is just a part of aging. That is why seniors need more high-quality protein, not less. Fermented soy milk delivers complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to stay strong and functional. According to a study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, seniors who consume enough complete protein daily have a 40% lower risk of mobility-related disability. However, it does not stop there. Soy naturally contains isoflavones, plant compounds that gently mimic estrogen in the body. For women after menopause, this helps protect bone density. For men and women alike, isoflavones have been shown in Brain Research Bulletin to support memory, cognitive sharpness, and even emotional balance. Here is where fermentation works its magic. When soy is fermented, it becomes easier to digest, making it a great choice for those who struggle with bloating or slow digestion. It also introduces probiotics, the good bacteria your gut needs to reduce inflammation, support immunity, and improve mood and sleep. Gut health is deeply tied to brain health, and fermented foods are one of the best tools for both. No cholesterol, very low in saturated fat, and a warm glass of fermented soy milk in the morning or evening, surprisingly comforting. If you have been relying on traditional dairy or skipping milk altogether, this one change could give your body the building blocks it has been missing. Ready for another gentle upgrade? Let us talk about a milk that is light, easy on the stomach, and quietly powerful for the brain and heart. Next up is unsweetened almond milk, a gentle yet powerful ally. At first glance, it might seem too thin, too light to really accomplish anything. However, do not be fooled. Unsweetened almond milk is one of the cleanest, most senior-friendly options out there, especially if you are watching your heart, your memory, or your digestion. Let us start with what it does not have: no cholesterol, almost no saturated fat, and most importantly, no added sugar. That means it will not spike your blood sugar, stress your pancreas, or leave you feeling tired and foggy the way sweetened milks often do. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who reduced added sugar saw improvements in memory, mood, and verbal recall in as little as 12 weeks. That is real, measurable change just from cutting the sugar. However, here is where almond milk shines. It is rich in vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that protects your brain cells from oxidative damage. Research from the Archives of Neurology found that seniors with higher vitamin E intake had a significantly lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. It is like giving your brain an invisible shield sip by sip. Then there is the digestion factor. Almond milk is naturally easy on the stomach. No lactose, no heaviness. For seniors who feel bloated after dairy or have irregular bowel movements, this milk often brings quiet relief. Whether you pour it into your oatmeal or blend it into a smoothie, it goes down light and smooth. Furthermore, It is incredibly low in calories, just 30 to 40 per cup, making it ideal if you are watching your weight or managing blood sugar. If you are craving flavor, just add a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few drops of real vanilla, that way, you stay in control. Now, if you are looking for something a little creamier, something that supports your bones, and even helps you sleep better, let us move on to a deeply nourishing choice, calcium-fortified oat milk. Now, let us talk about oat milk, but not just any kind. To get real benefits for your bones and sleep, you will want calcium-fortified oat milk. It is creamy, comforting, and when chosen right, it can become a quiet daily protector for your aging body. You see, after 60, bone loss speeds up, especially in women post-menopause. That is why, though many seniors suffer fractures from what used to be simple slips or bumps. However, here is the good news. Calcium and vitamin D can slow that bone thinning dramatically. According to a meta-analysis published in The Lancet, older adults who consumed calcium with vitamin D daily reduced their fracture risk by up to 30%. That is exactly what calcium-fortified oat milk offers without the heaviness of dairy. You get solid bone support in a smooth, naturally sweet drink that is easy to enjoy any time of day. However, there is more. Oat milk contains beta-glucan, a special type of soluble fiber that binds to cholesterol in your gut and helps flush it out. A clinical trial in nutrition reviews showed that just 3 grams of beta-glucan per day could reduce LDL cholesterol by 5 to 10%. That means better heart health without medication just by choosing the right milk. It is also incredibly gentle on digestion. No lactose, no additives if you choose clean brands. Here is a secret many people overlook. Drinking warm oat milk before bed can actually support deeper sleep. Its smooth texture and natural carbohydrates help stimulate the release of serotonin and melatonin, the body's sleep hormones. That calming effect on your nervous system is real and it helps. However, now, let us look at something even more surprising. A milk packed with omega-3s that fights inflammation and protects your joints and brain. Most people do not even consider it, but it could become your favorite. Let us wrap this part with a hidden gem, flax milk. You might not see it in every fridge, but flax milk is quietly becoming one of the best-kept secrets for seniors who want to age well. It is light, it is creamy, and it is packed with something your body absolutely needs, especially after 60, omega-3 fatty acids. More specifically, flax milk contains ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that helps fight inflammation, support joint function, protect your brain, and even boost your mood. That is not just feel-good talk. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that older adults with higher omega-3 levels performed significantly better on memory and attention tests and reported less joint pain and stiffness too. As we get older, low-grade inflammation builds quietly. You may feel it as soreness in your knees, fogginess in your thinking, or just that dragging sense of fatigue that does not go away. Omega-3s act like a natural extinguisher, calming that inflammation before it turns into something worse. Flax milk delivers it without the fishy taste or cholesterol of marine oils. However, that is not all. Most flax milks on the market today also fortified with calcium, vitamin D, and B12, 3 nutrients that help with bone strength, nerve function, and energy metabolism. That is especially important for seniors who may not absorb these nutrients as efficiently anymore. Unlike many dairy alternatives, flax milk is naturally low in calories and completely lactose-free, making it gentle for sensitive stomachs. It blends beautifully into coffee, smoothies, or cereal, and leaves no heaviness behind, just clean, plant-based nourishment that your body recognizes and appreciates. Now that we have explored the 4 best milks for senior health, let us bring it all together with a warm and empowering message to help you move forward, one smart choice at a time. At this stage in life, every small decision carries a little more weight. something as simple as the milk you pour into your morning coffee. Well, it is no longer just a habit. It is either helping your body stay strong and independent or slowly working against it. Today, you have learned about 4 common milks that might be sneaking damage into your heart, your joints, your digestion, and even your memory. However, more importantly, you have discovered 4 simple swaps, 4 quiet, powerful choices that can strengthen your bones, protect your brain, and bring comfort without compromise. The beautiful part is that you do not need to change everything overnight. Just start with one small switch. Maybe tomorrow morning you reach for fermented soy milk instead of that carton of whole milk, or you add a splash of almond milk to your tea, knowing it is nourishing your heart while you sip. You deserve to feel light, clear-headed, and in control, not just today, but every day forward. Aging does not mean giving up your favorite routines. It means making those routines smarter. When you choose foods that truly support you, your body and your spirit will thank you in ways you never expected. If this video spoke to you, if it gave you even one idea you can try, I would love to hear it. Leave a comment below and let me know which milk you are planning to switch to. Just type the word strong if you are ready to take that step. If you found this helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to Balance Health. Here, we are building a space for seniors who want to live well, stay sharp, and feel proud of every choice they make, one day at a time. Here is 2 strong bones, clear minds, and a better tomorrow, starting with what is in your cup today.